from the industry through the community, right into your home. It's the Green Room, and we're on. What's going on, everybody? It's Les from Cannabis Wiggy with the North American cannabis flower. That's right, that smiley girl with that gleam in her eye.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Here we are.
What's poppin'?
Doing virtual conferences.
So
we go.
let's go right to our very first guest, because Brigitte is literally flying out of her seat. She wants to be part of the Green Room so bad. She risked a family to get here.
I did.
That is so
Many
correct.
viruses.
So guys, welcome to the Green Room. We have Brigitte, and Brigitte is from BC Craft Supply Co., also from Craft Labs. Brigitte, what's happening? What's popping?
Hey, Lester and Jackie. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thanks for coming on. I like you.
All right. So how do we do virtual conferences?
Yeah, so that's why we're having you. We're talking about the Growing Summit. We're inviting everyone, the sponsors and speakers, everyone that's taking part in the Growing Summit, which is happening virtually August 24th and 25th. And we thought we would get to know a few people and check out their energy and their vibe. And wow, Brigitte, welcome.
Here we are. Here we are to talk about quality assurance.
How fun is that?
How fun is that?
Hey, listen, right now you're in Montreal, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I interact with many cultivators and producers across the country, and today I happen to be at Sublime Culture, and they have a facility in Laval, Quebec, just outside of Montreal.
All right, so why don't you tell our audience what exactly you're doing out there?
Yeah, sure. So my mission in life is to help connect licensed producers and processors to the data behind what they produce by connecting them to labs. And that is a subsection of quality assurance that builds the management systems around good production practices for how cannabis comes to market with quality oversight.
So what would be the benefit? What would be the benefit of connecting to a lab?
So aside from the mandatory lot release testing that people need to carry out on a produced harvested lot of cannabis flower, there is a lot of intelligence that one could get from doing in-process testing. So that's measuring plant health, that's measuring cultivation inputs, and also some sanitation inputs and procedures, which are top of mind for everybody these days. So engaging with labs, not only waiting until you have to sell a lot of cannabis, but engaging them early in your business is basically the differentiator between growing the highest quality cannabis for today's standards and knowing exactly how you're going to sell and market your products.
So then it has a big effect in the long game.
Yeah, that's right. Essentially, people are looking to be more efficient in manufacturing and try to iron out the risk ahead of it coming and slapping you in the face with product that should be recalled or held back. So getting ahead of cultivation procedures with more testing up front basically gives you that assurance that your lot can be sold quickly and with the most information behind it for the buyer.
Now, would these be lessons learned from the first year in cannabis, or would this be just something new that's coming to fruition?
I think that we've now kind of swallowed the fact that, cannabis lot release testing is like an inherent procedure of the entire cultivation workflow. But it's really great just for risk management in quality management teams. That when we make decisions, when the master growers make decisions on changing fertilizers or root cubes or changing feed timing and supplements, that it's kind of backed up and justifiable with data. And that data comes in many forms. And when you can marry it up with, quality management data from a lab, you really just have better kind of grip on forecasting that your lot is going to be of this type of yield and have these types of quality standards. And of course, the flavor profiles that people are highly seeking, such as, really highly desirable terps and, things that are just different from a radiated kind of bland product that we try to, avoid.
Right.
Or sometimes we get it and it's not quite like the last time we bought it.
Can you tell us about yourself, Brigitte? Can you tell us how you come to the cannabis industry? How your personal love for the plant, or do you not love the plant?
Yeah, certainly. So I left a pretty solid career in biopharma. And I have a PhD in analytical chemistry, and I wanted to apply it to this new emerging market, of which I was a medical patient since I was a very young person dealing with Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis. So cannabis has been a massive part of my life. I had to find it through the legacy market when I was a much younger person. And when there were better programs behind the ACMPR, I knew that, my calling was to bring chemistry and, analytical measurements to cannabis, to the cannabis industry. Further on to that, I love tech and I love, the boring parts of record keeping just to make something more efficient and meaningful. And so with the passion of the plant, my desire to help patients like myself get it, who couldn't get it in other countries, and then bring it with a real professionalism of quality assurance, it was really kind of my calling.
I wanted to ask, what do you use for Crohn's? What do you use to manage your Crohn's? I have Crohn's disease.
Oh, well, a fellow survivor. I really enjoy a 2-to-1 flower to manage Crohn's. So 2-to-1 CBD to THC is my ultimate favorite because you can kind of hum along that most of the day. I love 1-to-1 oils. And I have also sampled a CBGA joint, like a flower with a lot more CBG, CBGA that converts into CBG when you toke it. And some of these cultivars in British Columbia I've had an experience with. I've had just amazing response to something that's not THC and not CBD, and I can't wait for more people to get, acclimated and educated on these other cannabinoids that, are coming to market and might have these specific applications.
Oh, wow. I'm going to look into some more.
CBGA, yeah. So it's like these, the street names would be like passion fruit, tutti frutti, some of the football fonts. These ones have the genetics that have more CBGA than CBD. It's kind of in the same type of bioprocessing of the plant, but it stays as CBGA rather than pushing to CBD in the plant.
Wow. Cool. I'm in a flare right now. I'm in my state of a Crohn's flare right now. So.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I know exactly how that is. Yeah, no, but okay, so the pandemic is at least nurturing to being at home when you're in the flare. But yeah, go for the oils. Put it on everything.
Put it on. I'll put that shit on everything.
Put it on everything. Olives. Get one of those large olives and put it inside.
I love it. So we're here today just definitely because of the summit that is coming up that you are taking part of. So what exactly will you be bringing to the table at this year's virtual summit?
Yeah, so I'm sitting on the practical applications for cultivation, which runs the second day, the 25th. And I hope to bring some insights on lab testing and good questions to ask the lab, and overall demystifying this overall theme that labs and their cultivator customers face, which are why do I get different results every time I test, even if it's the same lot? These are very common questions, and I hope to bring better questioning for people to have those questions in the toolkit, and talk a little bit about sampling plans in the cultivation spaces. So how to bring the right samples to the lab.
Well, seeing as how we're doing this little bit of promotion, what will be the best question for someone to ask you that hasn't been asked that you think should be asked?
Yeah, good question. The best questions are, how do I sample a harvested lot that is already in bags and bring my sample to the labs for a lot release? That is a different approach to then sampling the harvested lot if it's still attached in the drying phase or still kind of attached to stems or stalks. And so the relative quick answer for that is that you look for the square root of the plant number. So if you did like 144 plants, you look for the square root, which is a 12, and you try to sample from 12, 144. And you bring that as a combined pool sample to the lab so that you get the best sampling across the lot.
This is really cool. Is there anyone doing it right in the industry? Is there do you have a favorite, someone that's doing it right?
Good question.
I think there are, we'll say the middle group of licensed producers, not the giants, not the craft growers have the biggest motivation to do it right. But I would say that there's a great amount of producers in that kind of 10 to 20 square foot facility zone. And those guys seem to be handling lot sizes pretty ideally. You know, about 300 to 400 plants a lot. So sampling is tangible. When the lot sizes are too big, they want to take a small amount of sample. When the lot sizes are small, they tend to just take it off of one plant. But one bud off of one plant just really doesn't show you the picture of how you're going to sell the product ahead of the rest. So there's good growers in the middle, and I think we're going to have great cannabis coming in the next few months from these new registrations to the provinces.
Some of the education that will be passed, like right now, we're going to have a little 2-minute conversation on what you passed on right now has been a pretty good golden nugget for somebody who's either doing a micro grow to mid to large size grow.
Yeah, right, because you want to make sure that what you're growing and what you're going to put to the product registrations or even just sell wholesale is like you do it the exact same every time. And we know that the plant has interactions with the other plants in the room, have interactions with the people that give it care. And she is changing, and we would just like to sample the lot as a kind of a uniform crop. But we all know the individuality of plants, just like the individuality of people, and it is hard to get perfect.
Science is sexy.
It was really nice meeting you. I have to go sample some craft.
Amazing. You should. It'll help.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It does help, but I have to take breaks to do this sort of stuff. So,
Yeah.
where can everyone find you other than we'll see you at the Growing Summit on August 24th and 25th, but where can we find you on socials and how can our friends and followers reach out to you?
Definitely.
Yes, please. So at Brigitte_Simons is my social handles. LinkedIn is probably my favorite one of giving information to the industry, and I'm there as Brigitte Simons at Craft Labs.
Brigitte
Love
Simons
it.
at Craft Labs.
Well, Brigitte,
Yeah.
before you go, I know the viewers are going to want to know, explain the tattoo.
All right. So these are amino acids. I have 3 of them: proline, histidine, and aspartic acid. Those have letter codes PhD, and I got that when I got my PhD.
Oh, good for you. That's cool.
Yeah, there's no amino codes for B, so I couldn't get Brigitte or my initials, which was my original intention, but this was close enough.
Super. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, to let the people see what they're in for when they go to the Growing Summit, because it will be a fantastic thing. Combination of Cannabis Wiki and the Growing Summit. Jackie Childs and myself. Brigitte will be on spot. Jackpot.
Thank you for coming today, Brigitte.
Awesome.
Nice
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bless everybody.
Thank you.
That was fun.
That
There's
was
some
fantastic.
cool people
That was
in the
fun.
freaking- Lester, there's
Yeah.
some cool people in the freaking industry. They're not all a bunch of suits. You know?
Hey, listen, I had to say it. I had to say that science is sexy.
No lawyers or lawyers.
There's people that can just bring it so that things are understandable and warm and welcoming, so that you're open to take in the information.
Yeah.
So that you can benefit from the gains that are being given from a lot of people.
For sure. I'm excited for the Growing Summit. I'm excited to hear more and meet more people.
Yeah, no, we have like so much to do. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's gonna be good.
Hey, so our cute guests, we say goodbye and they stay. They just keep chatting away. 10 minutes ago, she thought we were spam.
Oh, I know, but you guys have probably done a lot tonight, so I will let you go.
Take care.
Bye.
I'll see you later.
Please. All right, cheers.
Thanks.
Take care.
That was
so
good.
Lester?
That was
Yeah.
definite good interview. She's right on. She's really cool.
Was there something wonky with my sound during that green room?
There may be something a little wonky, who knows? But all in all, you sounded good to me. You should sound good to the people out there tuning in, viewing in from all across Canada, United States, Europe. You know how it is.
So, Switzerland, what's the sign you have behind you?
What's what?
What's the sign the sign you have behind you?
I have behind me a mental health sign. Fight, hope, love, live.
Where'd you get it?
Yeah. I have a few friends that are nurses, some RNs, PSWs. They tune in to the green room, so they heard us talking about mental health quite a few times. They reached out to me and said if there's anything that they need. So I said a little banner would be nice, and they graciously gave us a banner to put up behind, because I'm all about supporting mental health. Cannabis Wiki is all about supporting mental health, right? So that's all good.
I love it. I like it a lot. It's good.
Thanks, hon. So,
all right,
banger, that was good.
That's it for tonight. That's it for the green room. All hits, no misses. Where cannabis talk is always fresh and a little bit sticky. Download the frickin' app. Keep it locked on Cannabis Wiki.
Boom! And we out.
Boom.
Peace.